Okay, so we have MySQL, Microsoft SQL Server, Oracle SQL. Like there are many others like Teradata SQL, we have Vertica SQL, we have IBM DB2 SQL, we have like Google Analytics SQL. There are many different types. So right now, the website that we are using is following MySQL. Okay, so each of them has the basic idea between different versions is the same. The syntax may vary a little bit. Okay, and here MySQL is case insensitive for data. That means I can write customer name or small n. It doesn't matter. It still retrieves. Okay. If I want give as something like this also. Oops, sorry. See, oops. Customer name. Yeah, spelling mistake. Yeah. Okay. So even in these instances, it doesn't matter the metadata here. It's case insensitive. And especially for this, so I can also use asterisk here to retrieve all the columns. Okay, that's my select statement. Now the next statement we're going to see is distinct. Under distinct, what does distinct do? Basically the meaning of distinct is to find unique or different, right? So distinct also does the same thing. For example, if you want, so for example, let me try to list all the cities. So select city from customers. So these are all the possible cities, but you want to know only distinct cities. You don't care if Mexico DF is listed twice. You just want to know all the cities that are present. Okay, like for example, London is present here, London is present here. You just want one row which says, okay, London is present or not. That's all. So then what we can do is use the keyword distinct. Select distinct city from customers. So if we select that, each city will be listed only once. Okay, that's the use of distinct. Okay, select distinct city from customers. What does it do? It selects the distinct value. Okay, did you understand? Okay, next, this one we have seen for one column. So what happens when I say distinct? Say customer name. Okay, now what it does is it tries to find city comma customer name combination, and in these two columns, basically like combination of Berlin and Alfred's, okay, it tries to find unique values and give that unique information to you. Okay, awesome. Select asterisk from customers. So if I give select distinct customer name and city, it's going to find this combination. So if there is one more Berlin with a different customer name, it's going to display that also. If there's one more customer with a different city, so say this guy Alfred's has Berlin and then he has Alfred's also has London, so this combination will be shown twice. Okay, if we're using distinct customer name and city like this. Okay, awesome. The next one is where clause. What does where clause do? Where is basically used to filter records, where you give for a condition, right? If this satisfies, then only give me the result, kind of. Okay, then this is what written in a where clause. Where clause simply filters your records. So for example, if you want to see all the records where city is equals to Berlin, okay, What I'll do first, how should I select all the records? Select asterisks from customers. I'll run this. Now that was the result. Now I want to know where city is equals to Berlin. So I'll write where city is equals to. Now one thing you have to note is I have to write it this way. Why this way? Why the quotes here? The reason we are using quotes is that because the type of information stored in here is string or varchar or text, right? If it's integer or decimal, we can simply write it like this. So for example, if I want to know where customer ID is equals to 2, okay? Select everything from customers where customer ID, this is an integer column, is equals to 2. I'll run SQL, okay? I can give it directly like this, but I cannot give the same way, oops, I cannot do the same way for city is equals to Berlin. Why? You see, I'll get an error. Could not prepare statement. Why did it not prepare the statement? Because I have to give it in a quotes, because this is a text format. Okay. Any questions, guys?
No.
Awesome. Anyone else? Perfect. Then we'll venture into the next thing. And or operators. So right now we have seen filtering. So what happens when you have multiple conditions? So we can use and or operators. Okay. The and operator we can use. What does and operator do? So basically imagine you have two constraints. So let me do it like this. So for example, let me try to find all those who are from city equals to London, where city is equals to London. So these are all the users where city is equals to London. So from this, you want to find where customer ID is less than say 20. Okay, so you need these 4 records, right? So you need where city is equals to London and customer ID is less than 20. Let's run this. See, now I want both of these two to happen. City should be London and also customer ID should be less than 20. Okay, that's why it's filtering like this. But if I want either of them, where city is London or customer ID is less than 20, let me run this. I'm seeing customer IDs from 1 to 19, and for the remaining records, my city is equals to London. So basically, I'm saying my result set should satisfy this condition or this condition. Simple English, right? Okay, awesome. Next, we have an order by clause. What does order by do? So order by sorts the result set by one or more columns. Okay. So for example, if in this result set you want to sort the results that we are getting here according to city, okay, then what we can do, we can write an order by city. So by default it will be in ascending order. I'm assuming you are already familiar with what ascending and descending order is. Okay, so out of the result set, arranging the records based on city. A comes before B, B comes before L, and so on. Okay. Now this is ascending order. For descending order, you have to use the keyword DESC, like decreasing. Run this. So now it will be sorted in the opposite direction. LBA, like this. For ascending, we can use the default one, or if you want to be more specific, you can use ASC. That's ascending. DESC is descending. The default one is ascending. Okay. Now, for example, in the list of results that you obtained, you want to sort based on city, and once your city is sorted, you want to sort it based on address. Okay. So what can you do? City, comma, address. Click Run SQL. So here it will be sorted according to the address also. Okay, 1 comes 2, 1, then 3, then 9, then B, then F, and S. So if you want address to be sorted in decreasing order, while city is in ascending order. So city is in ascending order, address you want to show it in descending order. I'll run this. So if you observe this, for example, London is where by city matches. So first it's going to sort the city column. Out of the result set, it's going to check for my address column. So S comes before F because I have asked it to be in decreasing order. So if I want both of them to be decreasing order, I'll write DESC 2 times. City decreasing order, address decreasing order. So this order specifies how the result set should be ordered. So first I'm saying order it by city. Once you order it by city, then order it by address. And then I'm giving it what's the order type, ascending or descending. Click run. Okay. So that's my order by. So till now we have seen just selecting, getting a result set out of this. So any questions in this till now?
Hi Shiva. Actually, in where condition while giving the city name, can we give the L in small letter like in London? Is it any case?
So you want to give L in small letters?
Yeah, if we give it, will it take it?
Small L. Still together.
Okay.
Okay. So the thing is, especially here, it actually did not take it. Now let's see why I'm saying it like that. So if here I have given an OR clause with customer ID less than 20. So let me sort it by customer ID once. And I'll run it. So if you see, the records are till 19. Why is it? Because in this OR clause, this condition is being satisfied. There is no city that satisfies this condition. So MySQL is case sensitive for the data. For the metadata, it is not case sensitive. Okay. Whereas SQL Server or Oracle SQL is case insensitive for both data and metadata. That means if it was SQL Server, it doesn't matter if you give it like this or like this. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So next thing, let's talk about. So till now we have just retrieved information from a table. Now we'll try to change the information or change the data present in the table. So for that, mainly there are three types you can say. So the first thing is you can insert a new record, you can update an existing record, or the third one is you can delete it. Insert, update, delete. Okay. So let's say this, insert into. How is the syntax written for insert into? So basically, if I need to insert a record into this into this table, then I need to write the statement insert into. And the syntax goes like this: insert into table name So my table name here is customers, values, and under values, we have to specify what are the values that you're passing. So basically, if you're trying to pass, say, customer ID is 25 and customer name is equals to, say, Shiva, contact name, and basically you have to write all these values in the values section here. Or the second way of doing it is, so right now, if you give it like this, you're trying to insert values in the order of the columns that table presents. So basically, if I need to present values from here, insert into customers, values, I'll write, say, 100. Remember, I'm not giving a quote here. There are no quotes specified here. The reason is that customer ID is an integer field. For an integer or decimal, float, I don't need to do that. Then I have a customer name. Customer name I'm writing as Shiva. For Shiva, I need to pass this value in quotes. Then contact name, say someone Dave. Dave is the contact person. And address is also text. So I have to give a value. So something like 2001 South Island Avenue. City, Chicago. Postal code 60515. And country, United States. Now, there is a small mistake in this one. Can someone identify?
United States.
Yeah, perfect. So I have been given quotes here. Perfect. So if I click on run SQL, it's going to insert these values into this table. Now, if you observe, I'm passing all these arguments. We call these as arguments. Okay. So this is in the order of the columns in the table. So 100 belongs to customer ID. Shiva belongs to customer name. Dave belongs to contact name. This is address. City. This is my postal code, and this is country. Now, if I don't want to pass it like this, say in the result set that I'm getting from somewhere else, I need to pass address first. Okay. Oops. The way I want to pass it is like this. Oops. So first address, then customer ID, then customer name, contact name. This is my city, postal code, and country. Now, because this is not present in default order, I have to specify the order in which the information should go into these columns. So how to do that? Insert into table name. Then I have to specify all the columns order. So for example, here in this case, address is my first column. And the next one is customer ID, customer name, contact name, city, postal code, country, and then close the brackets. So in this way, I can pass these values into this table. Okay. For example, in this case, he is trying to insert these values. Insert into customers. The customer name should be Cardinal. Contact name should be Tom B. Erickson. Address, Skagen 21. City, Stavanger. Postal code 4006. Country, Norway. If I click on try it yourself, so basically it's going to ask me this information. I'll run this. So you have made changes to the database. Rows affected is equals to 1. So one row has been affected. Now let's see if this information is present over there. Select asterisk from customers. So in this, I have tried to select everything from customers. So because I clicked twice, this is inserted twice. Okay, clear? Everyone clear? Okay. Guys, so are you clear today? Whatever I discussed till now, insert. Now the next thing is update. So the syntax for update statement is update table name, set column 1 equals to value 1, column 2 equals to value 2. So whatever you want to update, all the columns should be listed. So for example, if I need to change this name, oh sorry, city is equals to Berlin, okay? Where city is equals to Berlin, I want to list it as say Washington, okay? What should I do? I have to run the update statement. Update, what is the syntax? Update table name, set column 1 equals to value 1. So table name is customers, set is the keyword. So I have to change city, right? So set city is equals to Washington, where city is equals to Berlin. Okay, so this is the syntax that we can use to update customers. Basically this customers table, in this table we're trying to update wherever the city Berlin is present, Washington will be replacing it. The number of rows affected is 1. Now let's try to retrieve all the information from the table. Select asterisk from customers. Okay, the city it's listing as Washington. Okay, any questions? Okay, yeah. The next one is SQL delete statement. So what does delete does? It basically can delete from your table. So because I have inserted these two records twice, I want to delete this record. Okay, what is the unique identifier for that? Basically, like every else, like cardinal, Tom B. Erickson, like everything else is same between these two records. The only thing that differs is these values. So if I want to delete say 94, okay, so the statement for deleting that is delete from table name where some column equals to some value. That means delete from customers where customer ID is equals to 94 and this number of rows affected is 1. Now it's no longer present in the database, right? So if I try to run this again, you have made no changes to the database. Why? Because this one is already been deleted. Let me retrieve everything from customers again. Select asterisk from customers. So in this, see 91 is there, 93 is there, but 94 is not present. Okay. Awesome. Then we'll talk about select injection. Sorry, select top. We will not talk about select SQL injection. Okay. So in select top, basically say right now you're retrieving 93 records. Remember in Tableau we had something called preview records. In Tableau, once you connect to Excel like this, here these are preview records, right? So basically the number we enter here will preview those results here, right? And why do we do that? Basically to get a feel on how our data looks like. What are the columns? What are the data types? Taking a look at it will refresh our memory, or we can conclude few things based on that. So in the same way, if you want to select few rows, this is a row, right? So say I want to retrieve only top 10 rows. So instead of writing select asterisk from customers, we'll write select top number or percent from customers. So select top 10 asterisks from customers. Top 10. So this one I'm basically saying retrieve first 10 records. Now this first 10 is random in way. This is not like sorted in by customer ID or anything like that. Sometimes it comes by customer ID, sometimes it doesn't come. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Oops. I've written something wrong. Oh, okay. This is SQL Server syntax, my mistake. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm familiar with SQL Server. So if you see here, this is SQL Server syntax. For MySQL syntax, we are using MySQL, right? We have to write limit and 10 like that. So instead of writing it like this, we have to write limit 10. The statement that I wrote earlier belongs to SQL Server. This is what we are currently using in our company. So awesome. Then the next thing we'll use like. So for example, if you want to find out all the cities that start with the letter L, okay, you don't care if it's London or Luleå. So what we can do, we can use the like keyword, something like this, where like, where city like, it starts with L, right? Capital L. It doesn't matter the next values, right? So I'll write the percentage. So what percent is defines here is that anything, it can be 1 space, 2 space, 10 space, it doesn't matter. Okay. So that's what L percentage means. So if I run this, it's going to display all the values. All those that starts with the letter L. Okay. So if I want to say start all those that start with the letter M, I'm going to write M and run SQL. Okay. All those that start with the letter M, all those that start with the letter M will be shown here. Okay. Okay. Any questions till now? Okay, assuming everyone's familiar, you can get to know what percentage and what are all the others that are present from here. So percentage is a substitute for 0 or more characters. Underscore a substitute for single character. Okay, and so on. Okay, guys. It seems like everyone is in the weekend mood. We'll close the session in 5 minutes. Okay. I'll say till in, between, and alias. After that, in the next session, we'll talk about joins. Okay. The next thing is in clause. I'm sorry for the trouble. I didn't expect my internet installation to be happening now.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's the reason. Okay. And then we have the in operator. What in operator will do is, so for example, if you want to retrieve all those from Madrid and also London, okay, you can write something like where city is equals to Madrid or city is equals to London. Oops. But if you have like 10 cities, it's going to increase this thing, right? So instead of doing it like this, because it's only one column, city, what I'll do, I'll use comma separated values where city not equals to city is in. So where column names in values. So if I run this, it's going to retrieve the same information as London and Madrid. Okay. And then we use the next command is between. So what between does is, if you have some values, say you want to find all the customers between 5 and 10, you can write a statement as customer ID between 5 and 10. This is basically you're writing customer ID is greater than or equals to 5 and customer ID less than or equals to 10, like this. So this is the same, this is same as writing it with between. Okay. Between also includes the value that you're specifying here. Okay. Awesome. The last command is alias. For SQL alias, basically what we are trying to do is, say you want to display this customer name as just name. Okay. So whenever you're trying to retrieve information, what is the column name it's specifying? Customer name. But you want to display this customer name as just name. So what you can do, you can use the alias operator as as and write name, run SQL. So now see, the name of the column is changed. If you want to write it as customer, we'll write it as customer. Okay. Perfect. So in the next class tomorrow, same time, we'll discuss joins and unions. Okay. Joins and unions are very important. We'll be using it each and every day.
I see.
Joins are very important. Okay. So for tomorrow's homework, that means before you come to class tomorrow, just prepare joins and then we'll discuss more on that. Okay. Just see how a join, what is the requirement of a join, when do we do a join, all these things. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Have a good day, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, those that missed will have a demo at 2 Central or 12 California time. Okay.